So I've just knocked up a frame there. That frame wants to go in line with that side like that. So I've got a piece of 2x2 here. I'm just going to fasten that in there. So I can fasten that into there without going through the back of the panel, through the side, and I can fasten the frame to that. Put a clamp on so it don't push it out. So I've clamped a spirit level down the side of here, and I've got a pencil mark anyway, but I'll follow that. I've put that piece of timber in. I've just got some 12mm packers to get me in there flush. I think I need a mil behind that one. I've got some other packers. Got some other packers, let's just have a look. Oh, that's better. So because I've got underfloor heating, I can't drill. Well, I can, but it might damage a pipe. So I'm going to stick it down with some stick saw. So that's right there. Helps if I unscrew the right bloody things. I'm going to saw the legs off because I don't want to risk riving all this out and getting any leaks. It's not worth doing loads of riving around, is it? So I'm just trying to make a back panel for all this, and I'm just trying to use up melamine what I've got. So it's going to have a joint in it. The joint will be lower down. You won't see any of this when I'm done. But that's sealed, and I'll make sure that the one butting up to that is sealed. Get all that fastened back in there. I need to get one on here so it all looks like a tidy cupboard. And I need to sort out a bottom so that all this looks tidy. put myself a mark on there so I can get this plumb as best as I can. See, it just helped me sight it through. So I know I've got some fittings go on here, so I need to make sure I allow enough room forward for that. I just need to dig them out. So I need to see what I'm doing here, where I'm building what. So I'm just going to put myself a line down here. So I've plumbed a line on the floor. I'm sticking that there. Come 285 this way, which is that. So now I'm just going to mark myself a line on the floor. I'm just double checking it with my laser. So my laser's just going nicely down that side. It's on the corner down there. And it's on my pencil line there. So I'm pretty good. I've double checked because I want it all to look square when my worktop goes on. You know, I don't want it like 10mm overhang at one end and 8mm at the other. Right then, so I've just used my laser. I need to get past this pipe in the floor. So you can see the green line up my piece of timber coming along the floor, and it lines up nicely. So I'm square with this. Up there and up there. So that's going to be the front face, no, the front timber work in my cupboard for all this, so you can get to service and maintain this. So I just need to make it. I need to remove all that wood there, which I'm going to go do. So in there I can adjust the depth of my blade. So there's my pencil line. That was my first cut. I've just adjusted it to that. So now I'm just going to whiz that out. Right, I'm taking enough off there. Right, so I've just knocked that up. There's my pencil marks there. It just wants to come this way a couple of millimetres. And this is about a millimetre, or a couple of millimetres below there, because I'll make it right with packers. Once I get my worktop on, I can pack it underneath. You don't always have to make everything right to the exact millimetre. Give yourself some wiggle room, like of a few millimetres behind that. I'll just stick some packers in. You know, I'll set this end right, and you don't have to make everything tight. So what my plan is, the cooker fan fits up there, but in that distance. Then I just need to sort out the ducting, which I had in a previous video, coming under there, because at the moment it turns and goes that way. I might bring it further out. Oh no, I can't. Right, I need to sort that. So this here is going to be an access panel, and I want to put a piece of timber in across here at A height, so I can run skirtings round. And I also want to close it off so it looks like a nice cupboard, and I can get them 3 pipes there in like a slot, that one on its own. I can line them 2 up, I can line them 2 up, and I can do something with them. I don't know what yet. Then there's some valves to go on here. I'm going to close that off across there with white melamine, and then sort that out later on. And then this side there'll be some melamine going on here across there. and it gives us room to get into all these drain off things here, you know, so if you put a hose pipe on there, you've got room for it to bend and come out. What a stupid idiot. I had to put a notch in for that pipe. I've nailed that wood in the bloody wrong way around. If I'd have screwed it, it'd have come straight out. But I've nailed it in, so I can't get it out. So I'm going to sort it out and I'll have to cut another one. If you cut at an angle like that, rather than straight, if you cut straight down, when you try and prise them apart, they trap. But if you cut down at an angle like that, it just lifts up. Well, I'm going to own up. I'll see if you can guess. Why is that notch there? I'm not going to say because it's too embarrassing, especially after I put it in the wrong way around to begin with. Once again, I have to stick it down because I've got all the underfloor heating. So I'm just going to build this back now, and what I don't want is I'm going to put some upright timbers in, but I don't want anything in that cabinet there, so that when I remove this decor panel off the back, you can get to that fan and unit and everything else. This end is just a touch out of plumb, not much. It's this bit here. It's that bit there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clamp this to that and then run my handsaw down there because it's easy to do it that way. Got it. That. I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to film rather than just be posting talking for some reason. Right, there's been a change of plan with all this. This timber, that's the back of the units, and this void is for a fan, and the fan extractor sits inside here, sits flush with the top of the worktop, and then it all rises up. But this end here and this, it's all wasted space. So my mate says to me, sent me a message and says he could make that storage, and he's bang on right. And what I've got a decor panel which is 3 meters long, but what it's got is vertical panels on it like this, and they're 400. So from that end to, I think it's that one, it's 400 mil. So if I saw cut up there, I think I can make a decent looking door. So what my plan is to make a white melamine frame and then have some 400 mil wide panels which will be the doors, and then there'll be 2 cupboards there. That'll be where the fan is on dummy doors, and then a cupboard at the end. But I need to cut out and alter all what I've made, and I did try to set it out thinking, well, all I need to do is move that there, but it won't work because the hinges won't work if I use cabinet hinges. What I need to be making is this, exactly this, so that I can cut in a hinge there, same at the other side, and turn the decor panel into doors. So I just need to work it all out. Well, that's my plan, so wish me luck. So then I'll have 1 cupboard there, a cupboard here, a dummy panel, and a cupboard there. And it should work, which I'm pleased about. You can't beat doing your working out, because if I'd have cut panels, I'd have been wrong. Even though in my head I thought I'd done it right, you just can't beat checking and double checking. You know, and getting it in your head so you know what you're doing. Right, I'm just going to cut some more packers to go under here and glue them in. I don't feel I need to stick a screw in, but I will. So I've got my bearer in the back, and I've got that propped and glued, some bearers screwed in. Just putting one in at the front. Set it all up on packers so it's level with that, so when my floor goes in it's all nice and level. And then I've just clamped my spirit level on the front so that I know that these aren't sticking beyond these and throwing all the front of the cupboard out and the skirting. So I'm going to get it screwed up. Because I've only got 1 screw in there, I'm just going to glue in a block of wood under there just to help give it a bit of strength. So make sure it's not in front. And a clamp for 10 minutes. shape myself up better this time. I'm putting spacers on. Well, I've got some bits of timber. So I've been cutting and making and edging. So what I've done, I've clamped a long level across the front because I want everything to line up with that so it's all straight. I've got my square. Put that against the level and I can see that's square now. So I just need to make something for in there to hold this panel. So I set my screws out, I've got it clamped where it needs to be. It's just not square because I can see by my pencil line. So let's get that packer in the back. That's got it. So I've got that one in and all square. I've made these two panels here which I've screwed together. That's my centre point for the panels. And I've just put a clamp on either side to hold it. It was difficult to get a fix in this front, so I've made these strips to go in, but then if I've enough melamine left, I'm going to cut a full new floor, and then these are holding the front edge of these. The tops are on little brackets. And then for my back panel, because I need to get past these fixings here, I've just made some little standoff things, just out of a bit of timber what I had. We'll see how they're going in a minute. So yeah, those are those backing pieces what I put on. Now I'm just using my jiff. If I'll put the back panel in, just to remove all my pencil lines. And so there's 3 cupboards, and then my plan is to take these out. These are holding these bottoms in where the door, it's all solid, and then I'll cut a full floor in. You know, take that out and cut a full panel in, and I'll just tidy it up. And I've got some shelves to go in, but I'll do that at the end. Right, so I'm getting there. There's a cupboard there, look. Little one, cupboard there. Oh, you can't see under there. This edge has been cut in the factory, so I'm just trying to trim off this laminate. Got my file. I'm going to show you what I've done. And if you want to do it different, you do it different. But this is what I've done. So, put that there. I set a door, I put a door on, and it's flush with the edge of the worktop there, and it's flush with the edge of the worktop there. I got my square, and I sat that under there, and then I put it there for that, simulate that door. That's fine. And then what I'm doing down this back, I'm cutting up my decor panels to make doors. So that sits nicely there. Sits nicely there. That'll just allow a couple of mil for my hinge. So it will sit flush. It's because I'm trying to hold it all with one hand. So that sits flush there. That edge I've cut just needs to be 2 mil this way, because at the moment it's flush with this panel, and this panel's 18 mil, but I need 20 mil for my panel. So that'll come this way a couple of mil. And then that end is just overhung a couple of mil, and when it goes that way, it'll be where I want it on there. So I'm pleased with that, because it all fits, and it all fits nice. So I'm going to stick my edging on here. Got some impact, some Evo stick. There's different glues you can use and tapes. Let's try and get it on the edges. Put a thin coat on there. I've put a thin coat on the edge down there. I'm just going to give it 15-20 minutes before I put them together. So in that time I'm going to protect this, well, no, I'm not going to protect the worktop yet. I'll cut all my hob out and make extractor, so I'll get all that set out, cut it all out, then I'll protect everything. So what I've done, I've put a pencil mark square with the edge of the unit, and I'm just going to square up there. Square on there. Put my spirit level on, just make sure it's right. Oh, damn it. God, I'm not doing very well here. I'm just moving it all the time. So that's the edge of the unit on that side. That's the edge of the unit on there. I'll just go get all the instructions for the gas hob and see what I need to do for that. Get this stuck on. The only thing you've got to watch is, as soon as it touches, it's stuck. I'll let all that go off before I file it down. Right, so I've marked out where I need to cut. I should be alright cutting from above, because I've got these laminate blades and these cut on the downstroke rather than the up, so it shouldn't lift up the laminate. But before we cut, check your measurements. So I've got my measurements there, so I'm just going to double check everything before I cut. It didn't fall because I propped it all underneath. Look. Let's see. Oh, it fits. Did I sound surprised there? You know, by the time I get all the polythene off. Oh, it fits. It's a nice surprise. There's a minimum and maximum distance. The extractor's got to be from the cooker hook, from the hob. Shit! Shit! Only kidding. Well, definitely no going back now. Just so to protect it all from moisture. Right, so I've sealed those cutouts, and I'm probably going to end this video here. My next my next video, I'll trim all this down. Another hob fits. I need to get all the fan unit out, its box, and then alter and adapt all this in here. Then reconnect all the ductwork underneath and get all that connected into the fan. I need to finish all this, all what I'm doing, and make all the doors. So that'll be in the next video, I reckon. And I want to get the bathroom floor tiled as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you much for watching, and see you soon.